to date except for episode 5 of Group B. It's the only one I'm missing.
I got that. I'll get you there right now.
Yeah, otherwise the experience chart is so perfect. Oh, well, I just put it on the screen, but nobody can see it. But yeah, look at that. Group D is on episode 10, and Group C is on episode 7.
Okay. So you aren't missing Group B's episode 5. Like, you are, but you're not. There wasn't any.
Oh, yeah, there was zero experience. Okay, so there was zero experience.
It was because I want to say that was in the midst of the dungeon. You didn't finish their XP until they finished the sewers.
Okay, cool. So
because I put it in the recap, see episode 6. I was like, oh, that's right.
I am going to addendum that statement and say the experience chart is perfect this session. It is very nice at the end of the session, like when dealing with like an upwards of 17 to 18 players. Of like, there's always one or two people who are like, what is our experience at? Where are we at? And I'm just like, bam! I don't have to do nothing but copy and paste.
I am one of those two people. What's our experience at?
Wait, for Group D?
I mean, yes.
Okay, hold on, wait. I'll post this. Here we go. Come on, Vominos. Everybody get experience. Here it is. It is going to be in the Group D chat. Alright, while you look at that, I am going to get started tonight. Boom. And I probably should have turned on the music earlier. Let's go with something regal tonight. Alright!
Standing in a fucking murder dungeon.
Welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is Group D, Brothers in Arms, Episode 10. I was hoping these campaigns would be done about this time, but due to real-life stuff, other groups, extending storylines, and fun shenanigans, we are here tonight. And we'll probably be here the week after next. And who knows?
And the week after that. And the week after that.
Well, the week after the week after the week after next. Hopefully we're not here, because that's probably going to be Thanksgiving. But, anyways, we are playing Dungeons & Dragons tonight. It is a role-playing game. Everything you're going to see tonight is live storytelling. I am feeling pretty good tonight. I had a spontaneous random sickness earlier that just, like, incapacitated me. I feel like it's gone, so if I pause the session... Yeah, if I pause the session tonight, don't hold it against me. And yeah, moving on from there, we're playing in a homebrewed world. It is the world of Ilderon. If you want to learn more about the setting, you can go to www.ilderontales.com and look up anything you want to know about it. From there, if you're under the age of 14, please consult your parents before watching tonight's episode because you may encounter content that's not appropriate for you. And finally, before we get started, does anybody have a question about the world related to the lore or any cool shenanigans of Ilderon?
Can we get a full list of the nobles within this continent specifically? Because there's a lot of names, and I don't feel like we've met everyone.
Of this continent? So, the demographic... Let me pull out my population chart.
Like, what...
Because there's quite a few million people on this continent. Here we go. Alright, let's see. So, Arter Sarai has 7 million people. Alil Nagai has 9 million people. Armorzia has 2.5. Alyan has 4, and Red Axe has 3. So, 7 plus 3 is 10, plus 9 is 19, plus 2.5 is 21.5, plus 4 is 25.5 million people on this continent. And you want to know how many nobles there are.
Okay. So, I mean, if you want me to get more specific, noble families that are relevant.
Okay, that's fair. So one of the reasons why there's so many people, though, is I feel like if you have a highly magical society, it can do a lot more for supporting large populations that earlier systems of, history couldn't do. So that's just why generally in Ilderon civilizations are bigger and larger and more...
Yes, magic refrigerators are always nice.
Yeah, exactly. Well, not even magic refrigerators. I'm starving! food from my god. Have fun. And it's like, I'm sick. Healing from my god. Have fun. It's, why would there be a bubonic plague if you have Morgan, who can heal like literally 80% of a sick city? But anyways, noble families that are relevant in this continent. Let's see. Within Ardersarai, there are the 5 huge noble houses. The Nakarts, the Surreals, the Renalpaws, the Tolls, and the Bredricks. Each of those noble families are a noble family because they either are incredibly rich or one of the heads of their families are a provincial lord for one of the 4 Doreg, Kalu, the North, and Erothia. One of the 4 major provincial regions inside of Ardor. From there, let's see. Alil Nagai has no former nobility. They abolished the system because it's a poor way to govern. Morzia has the Hold Lord, and basically whoever is the richest person inside of Morzia gets to rule from inside of a place called Osidin Hold. And I think that person's name is like Yandri Osidin right now, so his family would probably be the most relevant and prominent one inside of Morzia. And then nobility inside of Red Axe doesn't really matter because you could claim you're a noble of like a small village or nation or city, or and nobody would be able to contest it because it's like, what's your nation? It's like, well, it's this one lakefront city that is our entire city-state. And it's like, well, I don't think that's a nation. Well, I have 500 people that I paid with swords to protect it, and we're going to stab you. And who's going to contest us now? So there's lots of tiny, irrelevant nobles inside of Red Axe. And I feel... Does that answer your question?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And a lot of that is on the wiki, especially the Ardorian stuff. I'll update the Morzia page eventually. Because Morzia is a place we're going to go to more often in the future. They didn't have a huge role in this part of the campaign. Ian Yardris is the name of the Yardris family is the one in charge of Osidin Hold right now in Morzia. Alright, so, moving on from there, let's get started in the recap. Last session for Group D, the party was hot on the trail of a vampire lord by the name of Joseph Frith. He had acquired some very powerful reality-breaking powers from a group of magically empowered vampires known as the Twilight Fang. He had gone rogue with his apprentice, Octavia Aswin. Octavia had even broken off from him, taking a portion of the power for herself. Octavia informed the party that Joseph has been trying to drive the magnate mad, and he has been using his newfound powers to cause a large portion of the capital to have restless nightmares for the past couple days. Octavia informed the party that she can counteract Joseph's magic on a small few individuals, but it requires her to be in close proximity, and that if they trusted her, if they gave her a key to the magnate's room, she could sneak in each night and make sure the magnate had a pleasant rest. Instead, the party opted to hunt Joseph down and kill him, and after searching for him for about a day, they found him... Yeah, they found...
So why treat the symptoms and when you can just deal with the source?
Yeah, exactly. I've been seeing, side note, I've been seeing that spooky bird mask doctor image and motif just showing up everywhere. Which, I don't know, that kind of makes me think of that, of just like...
Plague Doctor.
Yeah, it's like, plague, just kill the individuals with it, and we're good. But anyways, yeah, they went to hunt down Joseph. They found him in the base, or rather in a secret offshoot area of the Chantry of Discipline. Joseph was a undercover agent for this Chantry a while ago, and it seemed that he had taken it over and made it a base of operations. All of the Cinder Inquisition, which was the name of this investigation branch of the Chantry, was currently suffering from madness caused by Joseph's consistent presence. They had tried to bring him into the Cinder Inquisition chambers in order to restrain and question him after the party had tipped them off that Joseph may not be good anymore. They had failed to contain him, and Joseph was basically controlling the area and using it as his base of operations. Stepping inside, the party found about 11 crazy Cinder Inquisition inquisitors, investigators, and disciples all fall into madness and fighting against a nightmarish darkness encroaching upon around them. When the party approached, they believed them to be more apparitions of the darkness, and they attacked. After a heated battle, which Joseph revealed himself in and was a part of, the party emerged victorious, killing Joseph, killing the crazed inquisitors, and banishing the darkness from the Chantry of Discipline. We are going to pick up from there. It is the end of the fight. The party has just chased Joseph back to his resting place and have destroyed his body. It is the late night of the 28th of Hunter. And I am going to move us to the battle grid just because it's loosely relevant. And I think your group was the last group to do initiative. Cool. If you guys want, we can move an initiative, or I can just take your actions as they come.
I mean, are we going to be fighting? I thought we were done.
Well, there's absolutely nothing of danger left in this dungeon whatsoever, so...
The fucking lie! He told us
Shut up, Ron! You shut your dirty whore mouth! You shut it real... I'm kidding.
Yes, talk dirty.
Alright, so yes, it is the 28th of Hunter. The party has emerged victorious. Oh gosh! Oh, okay, no, Rael told me he couldn't be here tonight. I was gonna say I didn't even stop to check if Rael was here. He did message that he wasn't gonna be able to attend. Awesome.
Because he messaged earlier in the week that he wasn't.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will be controlling Rael this week. I just saw his token on the map and I was like, JV's not here! I was like, wait, JV said he's not gonna be here.
Oh, I'm a terrible oh, wait. Oh.
Yeah. Alright. So yeah, it is the 28th of Hunter. You are in the den of the Cinder Inquisition. Joseph's body has just been destroyed. I'm going to delete it off of the map because he no longer exists. Father Anderson, your sickle is giving you is giving off a slight glow, showing a large 10-foot tall statue in the room. It is of the goddess Soyesa. She has her mace in two hands and is holding it vigilantly in front of her.
Brandon.
Yes.
Can I do a search for the mace that he was wielding, Joseph was wielding?
Yes, you can. In the dug down area of dirt beneath this statue, and the wooden boards around it, in the ashes, you can see some of the gear that was on Joseph's body. You can pull out the mace, and I'm just going to move Celebris forward a little.
That's fine.
And you pull out... It actually, after pulling it out, it appears to be a morning star. You recall when Joseph was smashing Mero's face in with it, there were black flames circling around it. It is not flaming anymore.
It's not flaming.
No longer flaming hot. It's just regular Cheetos.
Mero is going to call over to Celebris and Father A, stating, "Are there any are there any keys over there?"
Start searching through the rest of the pile, basically grabbing
Start
anything.
picking locks. Actually, I'm gonna be weirdly petty for a second.
Mm-hmm.
That's a dead body?
Yes. There are 4 alive... You're going to hit it with what?
Thunderbolts.
Okay. You can roll me several attack rolls. Let me think for a second. Okay, Celebris. You are also going to find a tower shield inside of the bed of ashes, and you are going to find a sheet of paper and an eagle embroidered skeleton key.
I rolled a bunch of attack rolls.
You hit the dead body.
It is indeed still dead.
Yeah, the sun bolts burn into it.
And then I'm gonna start trying to pick locks.
Okay, you just go straight down?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want 4 checks?
Yeah, give me 4.
Mero would, if he can, give the help action.
If you can describe how you're helping, I will allow it.
Keeping in... well, I actually don't know how he can help besides maybe keeping an ear out for the tumbles.
Okay. I'm not going to allow the help action on that.
Okay.
A 16, 24, 14, and 15. Father A opens 3 of the locks.
I assume I didn't open the 14.
You did not, which would have been that one. Let's roll a sanity check for these people.
I imagine they're all pretty in bad shape.
Probably so. Being forced to sit in darkness while a man is weaving nightmares around. They are, as you let them out, they're going to crowd around Father Anderson. And one is going to say, "Please, eat him first! Eat him first! Please let us go! Just let us go!"
I'm not the vampire, and if you keep touching me, you'll join him in the bridge.
Mero is going to... Oh, go ahead.
To his retort about meeting them in the bridge, Joseph didn't have a soul.
Don't. I'm not in the mood.
Technicalities.
I'm gonna pull
I
out
get another
the
thieves tool check.
skeleton key in front of Anderson.
Provided I can. Wait, you have a key?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, then I guess I'll just unlock the door.
The key does not fit the lock.
Well then, fucking goddamn it!
Roll it with disadvantage. The people around you keep shaking you.
Mero is going to take the 2, take 1 or 2 of them. Let's actually see. He's going to move over here real quick and grab both of those 2 people.
I assume the 13 fails.
It does.
He's going to take those 2, grab them, and say, "Look, we're here helping you get out. Can you please at least move back in order to let him free everybody, not just you individuals.
Roll me a persuasion check.
I am not good at
Brandon,
Yes.
Dumont is going to start stripping down and not himself. The all of the. I have to be specific on. He's going to be stripping down the Inquisitors and stuff, and
Okay.
on taking basically anything that it doesn't look personal, but looks like military, like weapon, money, whatever.
So Alma's just gonna walk in on all of this, and just like, man, you guys really know how to deal with traumatized victims. See why everyone trusts the Knights of the Magnate so much.
Mm-hmm.
I am tired of listening to this. Help! Oh, if you're only going to open your mouth, Pop, I want to hear barks.
Alma's just going to come up and just like, not touching, but like, everything's alright now. We have dealt with the immediate threat and we are going to get you out. Please remain calm. And I will now do my own persuasion.
Alright. Okay. As Alma comes in there, Marrow is being shook by these commoners. As they try to, as Marrow tries to pull them away from Father Anderson, they are going to just like fight against him and say, "You won't shake us from our savior!" They begin hitting and slapping Marrow. I'm not going to roll them any damage or attacks.
Are they sufficiently distracted though? Can I roll this with like normal?
Yeah. But I'm just saying what the scene is when Alma like walks in there.
I'm just upset right now. I'm at the point where I'm just gonna.
So that's a failure.
break his door.
How sturdy does the door look?
It's iron bars.
Stop. It's not. Marrow is going to tell Father, mind stepping aside? I think I can go through it.
Fine.
Marrow this time is going to move over here and pull out his sunblade. And he's going to tell the person in the cage, stand as far back as possible.
You see the man stumbling through the darkness as Father A steps away. He looks around, or rather, he walks back until he feels a wall. You hear something just thud. Well, you can see in darkness.
Yeah, no, I can see in darkness.
He walks into the wall.
Yep, Marrow's pulling out his sunblade and turning it on. And
Alright.
he is going to try and cut the bars with the sunblade. Or
Roll me an attack roll.
Alright.
Have you ever heard of something called a damage threshold?
Yes.
Okay. You are trying to beat a damage threshold of 5.
Okay.
Roll 1. Roll 1.
Got it!
Dude, just to be smug.
For everybody unfamiliar with this, though, go ahead and roll, Marrow, but just roll damage. Sometimes when you're trying to break exceptionally hard objects, if you don't deal enough damage to them, your hit doesn't even register against their AC. But yeah, you are... Let's see, it had, 15 HP of points, and yeah, you were going to break the lock on here. The radiant blade slashing straight through it, melting it away. The man is going to... well, I mean, he's gonna see this, and he's gonna roll his own sanity check with advantage, and say, "The goddess bless you! He is going to run.
So, are we ready to get these people out of here?
No, we haven't checked all the rooms yet. We don't know if there's any more of those investigators or...
Although Alma and I, since can help lead these other individuals out of here, if while you two look around.
I don't think we should be splitting up. As Father Anderson said, there's still an unknown amount of threats. Till we do a full sweep.
I still feel at least civilians should be at least brought out.
Then
And-
take care of the civilians! God, you... Oh, Mark, where did
Take
you...
them to Torque. Make him start doing his actual job.
Hey, Brandon, have I finished?
Yes.
Looting.
I'm sending you. I'm sending you the loot in a second Aronis.
That's fine. But post it in D if you could.
Okay.
Once Dumont does that, Dumont's actually going to lay he's going to move the bodies and put them in a line along the wall, and basically throw their cloaks over them. So in a halfway respectable Himsdallian burial.
Okay.
Let's see here.
I've moved back into the center room. I moved my token, but I wanted to state it that it's...
Oh, actually, ooh, you just reminded me of something, because I remember things that vampires do. I think as Dumont has, finished that, Alma will return, and I will just start casting Gentle Repose on all of them.
Okay.
Just to make sure,
They don't
Not
get
that I
back up tonight.
they don't get back up tonight, or for the next 10 days. Not that I think they will, but I'd rather be safe than sorry.
Do you do the dead body in the cell that's still locked?
I'll take that out with me.
Okay. All right.
Can someone convince these individuals to follow me and not try and smack me as I lead them out of here?
Try using your words.
I've already left. I've already left the room.
Brandon, is there any larger pieces of wood in these fires I could grab as a torch?
I'm going to have to
Yes. You can add one improvised torch to your inventory. It will burn for 30 minutes.
Do you want the foot lane?
No, I'm going to say 20 minutes. A piece of...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, I'm just saying, like a piece of wood, like removed from a fire, burning for 30 minutes, wouldn't do that unless it was like oiled.
Brandon, is there any actual torches on the walls, like unlit, like sconces?
Yeah, let's roll a percentage die. If there are any left. No, actually, they gathered as all of the furniture, all of the torches, all of the wood, and they were burning it in these piles to keep the darkness at bay.
I was going to try and convince the three remaining people that haven't left yet, follow me if you want to see your way out safely.
Nope, Marrow has the only source of light. They cling to Marrow, each tugging onto them. They do not have dark vision.
Yep.
There you go, lead them out with that.
Well, Shafe, we need to do a sweep.
Yep. So Marrow's leaving this place with the people as he's walking out of here the same way we came in.
As I stated, go get to work and have them escort them out. I might feel better with it. Inquisitioner helping them.
Anthony Celebris should have a
Yep.
line of vision. Okay.
Oh, by the way, as Mero's leaving, I believe he has one of these in his bag. Oh, yeah, he does. He will hand... Oh, boy. He will hand both, what is it, Celebris and Father a torch. A normal torch.
I've already abandoned you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
And I have a sickle that shines and a foot lantern.
Okay, that's fair.
Dumont will take it though.
Alright, yeah, he'll hand
Dumont will
one.
take both of them.
Alright. You get 2 torches. And he'll cast produce flame on one of them to light it for you.
Okay. I was just gonna use the bonfire that was there, but that works too.
Yeah.
You might want to head out too. You're pretty banged up.
I'm sorry, who are you talking to, Anthony?
You.
Nah, I got 70 hit points. I'm fine.
Yeah, so
There's
Mero
a
is
room
having...
up here to the north.
You want me to go in?
There is
in that room.
There is indeed. Father Anderson, coming to the room to the north. It is sealed. There are the large double metal doors, as you saw when you walked into this area that you recall Torque saying he sealed off.
Oh. With this random individual in the main room
That
with
means
the
it
3
uses
cores.
the key, right? So the key, boom key.
Yes. You open the door. It pushes backwards slightly. It is barricaded.
With me over here and seeing that guy, is that guy looking confused?
No, he's long gone.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been
So
moving
we
him
try to
slowly.
push it in, or do we not care?
Might as well try to push it in.
Okay. On
Yeah,
3.
Dumont is gonna help.
All right.
Yep.
Rael is going to come and watch. All right. Who wants to roll this strength check with advantage? Or athletics check with advantage?
Anthony or Chief. Not Father A.
31.
31. All right, Celebris. Well, so I'm going to move Father Anderson since Dumont's providing the help action as he gets on the door too. Celebris, 1 shoulder, 2 shoulder. You feel the stuff start to budge. You take 3 steps back and then charge into the door 1 last time, breaking in. And give me 1 second to edit the lighting so other people can see this.
Okay. How many arrows am I gonna take in a second?
Hold on. And delete. There we go. You are going to you're going to take 2 attacks with advantage against you. There is a man here. He has 2 crossbows on the table. His hands on the trigger of each of them as you ram the door in. Let's pull up the Fear Fallen Investigators. And advantage. Alright, cool thing is, it takes the loading property to shoot again. Does a 16 touch your AC?
16 does not.
Alright. He is going to hit you for that. Roll me a Constitution save against his poison.
Can I
And...
just put missile?
You can, but don't deflect missile against that damage because he has sneak attack on the first hit.
Oh, so you want to do the roll anyway, just so you know the actual damage?
Yeah. So
Which
it is going to be 8d6. Alright, so you burst into this door. There's a man with 2 crossbows. Well, actually, I don't think you can see him. From the darkness. Yes, you cannot see. Well, hold on. Let's see. Your vision should only be 30 feet. I don't know what's providing light of him.
Is it dim light? Is it 30 feet bright? 30 or?
Oh, yeah. You have dim light. That's it. Okay, cool. So you can see him. All right. So, anyways, you burst into the store. He looks up from the underside of this table. Places 2 crossbows on it. Fires each of them at you as you step into the room, and roars and says, "Back, you shadow fiends! You won't take me too!" It is your turn if you want to react, but also you can deflect missiles on that.
Or I go.
I take half damage from the poison, which would be 30.
21.
Down to 2.
It's gonna be 20 plus 22 plus 2 plus 21. Alright, so you take a total of 56 damage. That is the damage halved from the poison.
Yes, correct.
Say it again?
I am not raging anymore, correct?
You are not. You can roll your deflect missiles against either... I think you can use deflect missiles on a missed attack, too.
No, because
Yeah,
it's reducing the damage.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to remember. It's 10 plus my dex plus my...
It's a D10 plus your dex plus your monk level.
Alright.
16. Yeah, I'm down.
Alright, Celebrus goes down. The party is in initiative. Do you guys want to re-roll, or do you want to keep the same initiative order?
I'm fine with the same initiative order.
Okay. This guy rolls that plus a... What's his dexterity modifier? 3. He is at a 20. Alright, he throws one of the crossbows aside. He begins loading his second crossbow. Does Dumont... Oh, well, Dumont has sight on him, so he does not have advantage on Dumont. He only had advantage because he's hiding behind the table before. Alright, Celebrus goes down. He loads a crossbow bolt at Dumont. And he is going to shoot.
Wait! How did he get action before?
Because that was a surprise round, and then he rolled initiative.
It was a surprise round.
Okay.
This is initiative now.
Fair enough.
All right. It is. This is the real boss right here. All right. He rolls 11 against Dumont's AC. He starts loading the crossbow again. He can't multi-attack with it. It is Father Anderson's turn. There's somebody screaming and firing crossbow bolts from inside of this room. And let's go to combat music.
Well, cool. So we're gonna move up. Oh, look. Hello, friend.
No! He points the crossbow bolt at you. He throws it aside and pulls out a short sword.
Fire 2. We're gonna stun him.
That is gonna hit, and that is gonna hit.
It's 26 total.
20.
Well, that's
He's still up.
An attempt to stun. He's stunned.
Alright, he is still up and he is stunned. Attacks against him have advantage. Rael.
Yeah, that might be... Oh, not done yet.
Oh, okay.
And then...
Oh, wait, it's gonna be Shafe's turn. next.
And then bonus action, 27.
To dodge?
With advantage, because he's...
Wait, what is that? A bonus attack. Yes, that hits. You do have advantage. He is stunned.
Well, let's roll it again, just in case it crit. I did not.
Roll me an attack roll. Okay, so that... I'm just going to keep up with this damage mentally. That's 26 plus 10 is 36. Alright, you guys know you killed... I don't even have my damage sheet. But these guys have somewhere between 70 and 100 HP. I'm pretty sure that was like the kill range for the others. Alright. It is Shake's turn. Celebris is down on the floor. Oh wait, Celebris, roll me a death saving throw. Watch it be like a nat 1 and this is how Celebris goes.
Isn't Celebris already at like 1 or 2 failures?
No, he's at 0 failures.
No,
yeah.
That was Dumont.
Alright, Celebris has 1 success. It is Dumont's turn.
Shelby?
I'm gonna actually charge him.
Okay, there is a table between you and him. He has partial cover from you right now. You
Can I
can...
jump over?
Yeah, I'll roll you can jump on the table. It gives... It takes double your movement as difficult terrain. You have just enough movement to get there. Standing...
Can I grab him? My goal is to grab him and basically pick him up.
Okay, yeah. So what you do is you take the attack action and you substitute your weapon attacks for grapple attempts.
Okay.
So give me a contested athletics check.
I don't think he can contest it because he
fails. He's stunned. I just needed to see if it was a nat 1, if you trip off the table grabbing him. Alright. You do have him grappled. You are able to pull him up. He still has his short sword in his hand. He is dazed from Father A's punches, but it seems like he's regaining his coherency. You have one more attack.
Can I disarm him?
No, he's 2 more.
Can I disarm him with my extra attacks?
You can. You can make a disarming check. Oh, yeah.
He has him grappled, and he has a 2-handed weapon.
Disarming is an optional roll. Let me look it up real quick. Alright. Well, I'll... Does Dumont have anything that's not a 2-handed weapon on him? Yes, you do! You have the spears! You have all of those spears on your back.
You just collected a bunch of them. Athletic tip, right?
Huh? Yeah, it's a contested athletics check. He is going to fail it.
He's now disarmed and in your hands. Do you want to do anything else?
He's in your hand.
No. I'm gonna yell at him to stand down.
So here is a weird D&D ruling. Or not ruling, just mechanics thing. So a stunned creature automatically fails strength and dexterity saving throws. And the rolls that you are making against him are contested ability checks. So I'm going to roll he fails those, but in the future I will have people roll those with disadvantage, and that will go vice versa for the party too. If you're stunned, you're not incapacitated. Of just like you don't really know what's going on, but you know to hold on to your weapon, and you know just like, oh my god, this is like a bad thing. Something bad is happening to me. So I'm going to rule that he fails both of those because I already did. But in the future, they'll be rolled with disadvantage. That is Shafe's turn. It is Rael's turn. Rael is going to walk in and ready an attack action. Ready a spell. He holds his hand forward. He will cast Firebolt if the man continues to fight. It is Father Anderson's... Wait, it's his turn! Wait, he's stunned until Father Anderson's turn. He's dazed. Yeah, Father Anderson, it's your turn. This man is like coming to. He's shaking his head, like looking at his sword on the ground in Dumont's arms, and he's gonna say, "Ah, please." It does not look like he is insane as the other Inquisitors you fought.
Do I care?
It's a good question.
Okay.
Well, okay, so first things first, while I'm deciding if I care, I'm gonna cast Healing Word. I'm gonna cast Healing Word. My good friend Silver.
Aw, Celebus doesn't have to make death saving throws. Do you want to roll it, or would you like him to?
There's 5 health, buddy. It's literally the least I could do.
As a bonus action, it's the least I can do for you. That's fair.
And you know what? I'm gonna roll me a D100, and does anybody want to set the Father A gives a shit threshold?
I'm gonna say the closer to 100% non-lethal, the closer to 1% bump the Cinder Inquisition. They're the ones trying to put you back into jail.
Well, 35. That sounds like we're gonna murder him. Fire 1, Fire 2. 12's gonna miss.
I think you still have advantage because he's grappled and it's done.
Then that one was Fire 1, and it hit. And then we're gonna actually remember to no, is it at the beginning or the end of my turn?
And
Oh, okay then, yeah. And then we'll actually, and then Fire 2! Yeah.
This poor guy.
Math, real fast. 17, 14, 31. 31, 40, 48.
48 plus the 36? How do you kill him?
Same way I've killed all these guys with this sickle. I cut his throat.
Oh, sad
Watch him
turn.
choke
Or
on
sad
blood.
day. Alright, the Inquisitor, or the Investigator, is going to start gurgling. He was right to attack you guys. In his final breath, he says, "Scooty Puff Jr. sucks." I'm kidding. Alright, Dumont is holding a corpse. Celebris gets back up. I am going to rule you guys are out of initiative order. In this room, you guys can see a weapon rack on the wall. It appears to have been looted. A lot of the spears and swords are in the center of the room, either bent or broken as they were pried in between the doors. And there is a bunch of more furniture and objects on the floor near Celebris, where he had barricaded himself inside of this room. There is rotted food on the table here, and there are 2 chests in the corner.
that really fucking hurt.
I'd say you live, but
Kind of a redundant point for a dead guy.
yeah. I'm going to nonchalantly try to open these chests, realize they're locked, and then make a thieves' tool check.
Well, it's funny you say that. They're not locked.
Oh my god.
I'll kick one open.
Alright,
Dumont's
go ahead.
Dumont's going to do the same thing that he did before. He's going to lay the corpse up to the wall, throw a cloak around him, and then loot his body and take all the weapons he can.
Alright, give...
And money and whatever.
If you guys want to talk amongst yourselves, you find a plethora of loot inside of the chest, and then some other things you're able to get off of this man's body. I am going to move a document into your folder, and then you guys can distribute loot as a party as you see fit. So, let's
So
see.
this is going between the 4 of us, right? The dogs aren't involved in this.
Well, I mean, this is the loot for the dungeon. It would be nice to give loot to the rest of your party.
I'm sorry, why are you alive again?
Yeah, exactly.
Because
You're
Father
none of my
Anderson
business
just
who
healed me.
gets what? Gather it up, and then we'll get out of here.
Alright, if you guys check Group D's chat, You, Shelby, can disregard that message because I put it on this document. So
Okay, fair enough.
there is the Morning Star that Celebris looted from Joseph's body. The Tower Shield. Wait, why am I on this document? Okay, the Tower Shield that Celebris looted from Joseph's body. The paper that has the Guirin symbol on it. The eagle embroidered skeleton key. 2 spears. One spear has a blackened tip. 2 maces, 2 crossbows. And actually, you guys get 2 more crossbows from this room, so I'm going to move that to 4 crossbows. 1 vial of unknown poison. 10 holy symbols of Soyesa. They are that diamond pendant of the Four Ascended, and it has a red gem in the middle. In the
You said
chest,
these are made of diamond?
no, it's a pendant. They look the shape of them is a diamond. The Four Ascendant's holy symbol is a diamond. The 1,826 gold from the chest. I'm giving the party 6 loot points each, and you find a sword on the rack that has wings on the side of it. 2 greater healing potions, 2 diamonds, and contracts verifying their purchases. Prayer candles, gems, prayer candles, and gem and silver infused chalk.
Question: how much are the diamonds worth according to
800
the?
gold.
Yes, I linked the document in Group D, and you can see all of this. Yeah, that's everything you guys
my
find.
decision that Rael gets one of them.
I can I would at least like one of the diamonds, and I'd like the holy symbols.
Whatever scraps you decide to give to your.
I really feel like we
To
should
the
just
druid.
kind of figure out. I mean, like the diamonds are cool, but I'm really more thinking that we just gather this up and we deal with it later.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, like,
Because I want JV's input.
that's
well, like,
fair.
yeah, we can gather them up and divvy it up later. But it's like, I'm staking my dibs now because those are the only things that really interest me. That and like the gold, which I assume we're just going to split evenly among the party.
Probably.
Like everything else, I don't really care about.
While
Alright.
we're walking out, because we're done here. I want
Actually, do we want to walk out? I can take us to the tower, which is at least in the castle, immediately. We want to do a quick word of recall.
Lilia gave me legs. I'm going to use them.
Okay. What?
You also notice, Alma, do you remember that Marrow's not with you guys?
Yeah, Meryl's leading people out.
I mean, yeah, but I assume you know the way back. Also, why I'm looking at my sheet and a lot
a vial
of
of unknown
my
poison.
descriptions have been deleted.
Drink it! Drink it!
Yeah,
Drink it. See what happens, Mr. Like immune to poison.
yeah, drink it. That's the best way to identify it. Spit it back out once you're done.
Actually, that is a valid thing. That's Father Henderson to do.
I'm immune to poison. Why would I feel the effects of the poison?
That's fair.
If anything, it's just really nasty grape drink.
I don't know. Sometimes poisons have distinct tastes.
That is true.
Anyways, while we're leaving, I want to look over the shipping contract. I don't know if I, read, but
You don't have it. Celebris has it.
well,
Celebris
fuck.
hasn't even told anybody he got a sheet of paper.
Well, fuck you, Celebris. Do you even read?
I'll denote what stuff Celebris has.
No, it's cool. So we don't have it.
Celebris.
I'll walk out.
Brandon, what type of sword is that? Is it a long sword, a great sword?
Let's see.
Please be a long sword.
You're a Kensai monk. Everything's a weapon.
Except heavy weapons. Remember, we had to make a special exception for my axe.
Except heavy weapons and weapons with the special property.
You know what? Maybe give it to
So it
the.
says on D&D Beyond that it's any sword. So if Brandon hasn't determined what kind of sword it is, he can now.
All right. Let's roll a D6. I think it has been my sword table for making oath blades. Here we go. It is going to be, let's see. Let me pull up the weapon table on page 155. I don't feel like even looking for where the oath blade thing is. So let's see. There's a dagger. That's 1. There is a short sword. Or there's a great sword, a long sword, a rapier, a scimitar, a short sword, and I think I missed one.
You said short sword twice.
Yeah, hold on, I'm going to recount. Dagger. Great sword. Long sword. Rapier. Scimitar. Short sword. It is a D6 I am rolling. Anthony, roll me a D6.
I'm afraid, because one of those is going to bite me in the ass.
5. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It is a scimitar.
Okay. Since I'm the only one in the party who could potentially use that, I guess I'll take the Holy Avenger.
What are you talking about? I could totally use it if it was a short sword.
I think it requires a paladin is the only one that can attune to it.
No. It gains a benefit if you're a paladin. Oh no, it requires attunement by a paladin. You are actually literally the only person in this party that can use that.
And I have to wait one more level till my Kensei goes to 9 and I can get another weapon.
I'm not a holy man.
You want a flame touch Morningstar?
No.
Give it to one of the dogs. Oh wait.
The biggest fear with that would be Father Anderson activates it, and then it, like, glows black, and he's just like, this is why no one should trust me.
It's just like, why are those flames black? And Father Eye just smiles and the screaming starts.
Alright, so I'll take the Holy Avenger. If you don't want the Morningstar,
You can't wield a
Rob.
Morning Star. It's a martial weapon.
no, it is a martial weapon, that is true. Dumont or Marrow?
The Morning Star.
Dumont has no interest if it's not a polearm. Really honest.
We can give it to work.
Man, I can't wield morning stars, I don't think.
It's a martial weapon. You're a ranger. You can wield martial weapons.
Oh, I can.
It's also strength based though, so
And my strength's shite.
we can give it to
I mean,
work.
he can use.
We could sell it.
We can
I mean-
sell it. We'll figure it
true.
out.
Yeah, we could.
Anyways, on our way out, I will look over the paper and then hand it over to Anderson.
I don't know, do I make heads or tails of this? I mean, I used to smuggle. That doesn't mean I have any idea about shipping contracts.
It is a date on here for a Let's actually see where this is coming from. 8. I'm just rolling things at random tonight. That's how we're working out. All right, so it is a shipping contract for a shipment coming into Gwir from 4, 5, 6, 7 coming in from Heimsdale. Oh, that's oddly appropriate. Inside of Gwir, it is going to be there tomorrow. It is coming in on 9th day. It is
It's coming into Gwir.
yes.
Okay.
It is in the name of a person named Atthew Addis, and it has been approved by Captain Thalix.
We'll have to get this to.
The contents of it are undisclosed.
We'll have to get this to Andalia.
Yeah, I fused one of our targets.
Are we out of this nightmare dungeon yet?
Oh,
We're walking and talking.
yeah, you guys are walking. Actually, I'm going to jump over to Marrow. Marrow leads these crazy people out of the Cinder Inquisition's lower tunnels into the Chantry of Discipline. They begin yelling as you do, just the light, daylight, our goddess's image. I thought we'd never see it again. Blessed be her name. As they do, a scene is made. Several Sagites and a sage are going to walk over towards you and start tending to you. Do any of these people have information that the Cinder Inquisition is down there? Alright. They are just going to see you walk off from this secret door hidden behind a statue, leading these people out, and say, by the flames' judgment, where did you come from? These people look like they haven't eaten in days.
Probably.
They're going to begin helping the people. They expend a small amount of holy or divine energy, casting spells Marrow loosely recognizes: Lesser Restoration, Cure Wounds.
You know what? No, I don't have that spell prepared. I can't do that thing. Okay.
And let's roll if the sage is high enough to cast Dispel Magic. He is. He is going to cast Dispel Magic on 2 out of the 3.
Marrow will go ahead and cast Dispel Magic on the 3rd one.
Alright. I mean, they don't even know if there's magic affecting them, but after this, they're going to say, take them upstairs to the medical hall by the petitioner's chambers.
Wait, hold on. Marrow's gonna give a moment and say, wait, there was a 4th one. You should have came out and ran out earlier. Did a 4th person come out of here?
So this whole area is very populated, as the chantries are public places of just people, moving about in all directions. The only reason you were even noticed was these people started screaming. But the sage is going to say, I was just leading my students by and noticed and I noticed these Haggard 2. Or Haggard 3.
Yeah. There should have been a 4th individual that I was help leading out. He ran off as soon as I was able to rescue him, so
The sage is going to speak up and say, rescue from what?
A long story short, a living nightmare.
No, you didn't tell him anything. Got it.
That's fair. The sage is going to nod and gesture towards the outer tower on the 1st floor and say, the Chantry's library is that way. You can record your story. So yes, it rewards heroics and smiles upon bravery.
It wasn't just me that helped them. I'm not going to take any credit that I don't deserve.
I mean, give yourself a little credit. You did tank a lot of Joseph's hits.
On the way out, in case you're about to do it just now, the rest of the party shows up. I'm gonna make sure I drag Torque's ass out of here. I feel like people will forget about him, and I don't hate him that much.
Torque,
For as much shit as he gives me, he's right. I'm a terrible human being.
I just re-rolled the die of when Torque wakes up because I don't remember it. I was pretty sure it was 3 hours, but I wasn't 100% certain. Torque is going to be Torque is going to be loosely coming to. as you are dragging him out. He is going to look around, and just like as you're climbing up the ladder that leads down to this tunnel, carrying him upwards, he's going to say, Anderson, they're gone. The darkness is just dark.
Well, I killed the nightmare.
He spits and says, you're still alive.
So maybe the nightmare hasn't quite ended yet.
As you climb out, you are going to see Marrow talking with a sage as you round this statue, throwing Torque's, or rather, I guess, dragging Torque behind you. The rest of the party following in tow. Celebris and Dumont, with the weapons all strapped to their back. The sage is going to look at the lot of you. He does recognize Torque. And
Oh, I might have to slip it into his pocket. I'm gonna give him his key back.
Alright.
One, I don't think I ever actually recorded it in my inventory, and two, I only have it because it was relevant.
He's going to say, Sage, Torque, where have you been for the past few days? He's going to raise his hand and say, long story. These few, they're fine by me, but let them go for the night. Send whatever sages you can, or send whatever Sagites you can to my call later tonight. I've got a lot of cleaning to do. Torque is going to stand up as the sage helps him. He begins walking off with him.
Torque.
He looks back at you.
Everything, for what it's worth, you did good keeping yourself together down there. Go home to your wife.
Torque is just going to turn and look. Or not turn and look at you, but just turn around, just ignoring the comment. You're not supposed to know about his wife. That's his sweetie pie.
He told us!
I know.
He did. I know, but he's still not happy about it. I get that.
Alright. That is... Yeah, that's... Do you guys want to do anything else inside the chantry?
Leave.
Alright. It is the late evening of the later evening of the 28th going into the 29th. Where and what do you guys want to do?
Do I have... So, have we, this is not next day, this is, the evening. We're, kind of bedding down or whatever.
Yeah.
Alright, I want to talk to Marrow.
Oh boy.
You guys can do so as you're walking to whatever direction you want to go. What's up, Anthony?
Brandon, I'm really afraid to ask.
Hit me.
What the hell was that roll?
Oh, I accidentally highlighted some stuff on my screen, and I was clicking away from it to unhighlight it, and I just accidentally clicked the moon drench.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, that's my damage.
Okay.
Oh, as we're walking out, Marrow is going to look between Dumont and Celebris and just say, as we're walking, might as well try and help you guys get a little bit more of your strength back. And
It's fine, man. Honestly, we're gonna be bedding down soon. Don't need to waste anything right now. If we get jumped, then you can heal me so I can kill him.
I'd rather make sure that you guys are at least able to walk without limping all over the place. And at a 5th level spell slot as we're walking.
I don't have intestines. I must be.
What if you have spirit intestine? Have you thought about that?
Celebrus says as he's leaking astral goo. There we go.
I just reminded of like I think it was like what Batman v Superman. It's like you lead, you go into.
Alright, so let's see here. You guys get each 1d6 plus 1 level spell slot. I go above, so you get 3d6. Split amongst
Times
you.
10, 30d6. Just roll it and divide up the HP. That's how I'm going to do that. Make it easy for
Yes.
everybody.
So you needed a direction. I'm going to South Pell. I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm just walking.
Well,
11. 111.
okay.
Divided amongst you two.
This is actually important because JV said how Rael would be controlled. First off, Rael is off to sell some secrets. No anyone who pay gold for dirt on the magnet.
Shelby, you take 61. I just took 50.
Okay. So Dumont gets 1 HP back.
Okay.
I have a little pangolin running, bouncing back and forth between you two for about a minute.
Alright. Oof, I got hit with a little bit of lag. Alright, Father A heads off to South Pell. Where's the rest of the party going?
Shoving it in his bag of holding.
I'm keeping the sword on me, but I'm giving you everything else.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
cool
not.
with that.
I'm just going to have. It's basically all the list on the document. He's opening up the bag of holding and letting you just put all the stuff in there.
Alright.
Why don't you get some rest? We can't have one of our diplomats dying on us.
Dumont's going to follow Celebrus.
Okay.
He definitely wants to brag about how he helped the party.
Dumont, you did get 61 HP back.
Yeah, I'm only going to take 50 of that because so 11 can go to Anthony.
All right.
11 more
Alright.
because I'm almost full
Speak of
because I had 70. I had 70 to begin with, so.
Okay.
Speak of splitting the party. So, Marrow and Alma start heading westward towards the Kelkin office, or actually northwest. Take the northern roads near the graveyard. Father A is going to head south to South Bell, and Celebrus and Shafe are going to head straight west towards the palace. Marrow is going to notice Rael skulk off. And yes, that is everything. Alright, so we'll handle Alma and Marrow first, as you guys are walking northwards.
I have a question, Brandon.
Hit me.
About JV.
Uh-huh.
JV is going to get a piece of gold. Would he really want to sell state secrets if he needs gold? I understand what he typed to you. I'm just curious if would he actually do that?
If he's aware he's getting a cut of money, I mean, Rael, what do you got? Rael's a super wonderful, upworthy, trustworthy dude.
No, he's not.
But that is a good point. I will control Rael to the best of my ability, as I think JV would handle him, and that is not to the detriment of your party or your story.
True. I just wanted to put that forth because there is actual gold, so I knew that was one of his motivators.
Yeah, there's a lot of money. Oh, go ahead.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything.
All right. It is. Marrow and Alma are walking northwards. Alma wanted to talk to Marrow.
I'd more just pick up on the conversation that we left off before going after Joseph.
Mm-hmm.
But it's yeah, god damn it, I actually thought of what I was going to say, and now that we're actually here, I can't remember what it was.
Would you rather go to Celebris or Father A first, so that way you have time to think about it?
Actually, yeah.
Alrighty.
I had
Boom.
the thing planned out, now I can't remember.
Thank you for the good suggestion, and we will shift over to Celebris, and not Father A, but Shafe. I'm sorry, Lord Dumont. Heading into the palace. Let me switch us over to Zenith Rise.
Oh, this is everything I worried about. I was like, should I stick with the party because we went right into Group A? And now the only people running to Group A is Group A!
It's pretty. It's pretty weird. You go looking for Ariana, and as you go into the Magnate's Keep to ascend to her chambers, Ariana is actually meeting with a group of petitioners. They finish up their conversation, and they are turning to leave as you walk in. And it's actually incredibly weird for one, her to be meeting directly with any petitioners, two, for her to be doing it at this hour. There's a large group of them. How many of them in total? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6 of them in total. And Soulmane. Celebris sees Soulmane, remembers him from that night. You bastard! Why would you call me a bastard? Anthony talks to himself for 10 hours. I'm kidding.
That's just you every week.
I don't know if Jeff is still here. Jeff, your mic is muted, but if you are present...
Yep, still here. I'm still here.
This is that moment that I was saying that...
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I can.
Okay.
Yes, this is that moment I was telling you about where Group A and Group D, just have an opportunity to cross paths. Ogun, walking out of this place, you're going to see 2 knights walking in here. One barely even looks Ardorian. The other one isn't wearing any armor and is as tall as a house walking by you. They are bloody and beat. Well, they're not bloodied, but they're covered in blood and a night's work.
Okay.
You don't have to say anything. I'm just saying that's what Ogun sees.
Okay. I guess these are not people he recognizes or anything like that?
No, it is. No, they are not.
Okay. Well, somebody had a night's work. Just kind of
Night as
commenting.
in time of day or night as in position?
Yes. Both are correct. Both are accurate. Why would I say less than that?
Before this conversation gets any further than that, Ariana is going to stand up off of the throne and say, Where are the rest of the knights?
We're fine. Don't worry. They're just going to recoup. We just had a bit of a rough battle. Your nightmare situation has been dealt with, your ladyship.
I don't know. I'll take my night, or I'll take anybody else's nightmare over your nightmare, most likely.
Ariana is going to exhale and she's going to exhale and say, Did everybody make it through the fight?
Yes, everyone's accounted for. Most are a little beat up. I think I was probably one of the worst out of it, walking out of the room.
Oro is going to walk down from the from next to the throne and say, "Did you recover a body?"
Can't recover the body of a vampire. Once you destroy it, it turns to dust.
He holds his hand on his sword. Says, I don't.
At that practice is gonna go. Did he just say vampire? What is it?
I think he said vampire. What? Vampires in this town surprise you? We have ran into werewolves in another town. It's not that weird.
Oro's going to put his hand up in front of Ariana. His other hand on his sword, standing between the Group A, Ariana, and Celebris and Shafe, and say, yeah, they went hunting after a vampire that can mess with the state of your mind. One that can change everything you see, everything you feel, everything you perceive as reality. I heard about him. He's going to say, I won't be comfortable till you get checked out by the diviners.
Brandon.
Yes.
Hearing that, does Soulmane recognize that?
Does Soulmane controlling 5 characters here? Well, so Admir and Terran on the other side of the content. No, I'm kidding. Soulmane, who is an assassin who was running from, or who fought some of these vampires and was running from them. Yeah, you do. And Soulmane very distinctly remembers, wait, I fought a vampire that can do that, and I very clearly put him in the ground.
Soulmane's gonna go whisper into Ogin's ear. The same kind of power of the vampire that me and my friends killed back in Goyer.
You think it's the same one or something?
I don't think so. I killed that bastard myself. Drove my sword straight through his heart.
Okay. Is that enough to kill a vampire? They seem to think they turn to dust. Did yours turn to dust?
Yeah, he did.
Okay. Well, then you're probably good.
Ariana is going to look at Ogin and Group A and Oro, and clearly she trusts Oro's instincts a little bit more. And she's going to say, until one of the diviners can inspect the state of magic you might be affected by. Inclined to agree with Oro.
Back to Celebris, okay. I have no objections to that, your ladyship. If it'll help you rest easier after everything going on, I'll wait for a minute. Oro.
Oro looks. He's looking at you.
Would you feel more comfortable if I gave you all my weapons?
Let's see. Oro is going to think for a moment and say, yeah, disarm with the quartermaster. Either spend the night supervised by the knights or in the dungeon. In the morning when Jami or Inaean are up, well, make sure you're fine.
That's fine, but I have a request then. If it's alright with you. Let Dumont go. If you're worried, you can keep extra vigilant. I'll be the one to stay, so that way they can check me and verify my story in the morning.
Dumont is technically a diplomat. Let's see.
Dumont is going to say, I don't mind the extra security, but there is no way that I will spend a night in a dungeon. If you wish to check me out, I will be in my room, and you can send Gimple in to attend to any needs that I need.
Oro's going to nod and say, I'll talk to Captain Tatum as soon as he gets back. And he's going to look at Celebris and says, if you disarm, you'll be given the same respect.
At that, Shafe actually takes the few weapons that he has, because he gave most of it to the dog.
Yeah, I'll
And
give you the quarters from the Holy Avenger, and I will look at the rest of them and say, for safety, to ease your mind, you might want to manacle my hands, considering, well, my hands are considered weapons, and I can summon my axe to my side at any point. It really won't do much good given that one.
Oro is going to shake his head and say, whatever night watches your room will be ready. He's going to lead you upstairs, Terramstain with Ariana.
Real quick.
Yes.
Ogun is a follower of Valeria, correct?
I don't know. That's for Jeff. I don't think...
No. Ogun's not a follower of any religion.
Yeah, I don't think he has any holy symbol on him. Celebris does.
Actually, if anybody there knows anything about the extinct tribes of Red Axe, they will know he's part of the shamanic tradition of one of those tribes, but that's it.
Alright, so I do see the symbol for Lumia, Antique, and Practice, correct?
Yes.
Do I know who the Unrepentant are?
I'll allow you a history or religion check. The Unrepentant aren't as shadowy as the Cinder Inquisition. But I mean, pretty much, if you've dealt with the Unrepentant, something bad's been going on. Yeah. Celebris had a hand with the Unrepentant. They were the ones who handled taking him to jail after he killed that Sagite in his sparring combat.
This will do an honor bow to the two of them. Got to see that even outside of Art or Sarah, there are people who follow the Ascended. These with them, they must be decent people then.
I can hear you, Anthony, but for the rest of the session, would you mind turning up your mic if you can any? I've got you at 190%, and you're a little quiet.
Sorry, I'm on my phone. Give me a second.
Whatever you just did sounds really good.
I just moved it closer to my head. Let me just put it over here on my chest. That should help.
Okay. All right. Do you want to say anything else? There's one third person and our fourth person in this chamber, by the way. It is Ariana's almost never seen steward. She is the stewardess of Zenith Rise.
The last thing Celebris will say is he's being escorted up, and he's just going to look at Ariana and give her a bow as well.
Right.
Rest up, lady. Hopefully,
Dumont is going to ask for a bath.
For a bath? Yeah, they have servants on hand that will do that for you. A servant in the serving quarters. Listelia bows and says, "It will be taken care of. I'll send servants as soon as I can, Lord Dumont." Yeah. So, with that, let's scene flip. Father Anderson.
Hello.
You are heading to South Pell. I don't... Oh, go ahead.
So who jumps me in the streets?
You know what? I didn't roll your percentage die for an event.
The entire city of South Pell jumps you.
But you brought this on yourself. Let's see. You're fine. Let's see. We're heading back to the Ardor map. And... Yes, okay, so... I will illustrate your path through the city. Heading to Southpel, and heading inside of the gates of the keep, you are going to see all of the extra security that Anadelia has had around the keep is still there. All of the soldiers patrolling the groups of soldiers patrolling the streets at night, holding lanterns and patrolling around Southpel, heading through the portcullis and the blinding wall. There is another 2 guards at the front gate of this massive keep, and then stepping inside the grounds, or stepping inside of the I forgot what the entrance chamber is called of this place. Obviously, you see the double staircase leading up to either side of it. At night, you are let in here. Is there anyone attending this place? There are a few servants having a conversation as you step in. As you do, they break from their conversation, and they are going to pull cloths out of a bucket of water near them, and I'll kneel down and start scrubbing at various patches of the stone floor.
Where is Miss Cyril?
You asked one of the servants?
Sure.
Let's roll them a die. They are going to say, she Lord, another one's going to speak up and say, Lord Anderson, she left her steward in charge. She headed down to, she headed to Somar Villa to be with her family for the weekend.
Thank you.
The man is going to stand up and bow.
Well, this was a waste.
Another person is going to stand up and say, "Is it true you saved the former magnate's life?"
Marcus's? No, Celebrus caught him.
The woman that was stuttering earlier is going to say, "We heard about the pending trial for you on counts of treason, Lord Anderson. We don't think you'd do anything like that. We stand behind you."
Find somewhere else to stand. There's no good foundation here.
They're gonna just kind of like look down, but the man who addressed you is gonna say, Lady Cyril pays us well, but you're an Ardorian through and through, and it's gonna say your story resonates in our hearts. And he's gonna go back to scrubbing. After bowing, of course.
Thank you.
Another one says, "It's just terrible how they treat nobles. No, I'm kidding. He doesn't.
I was like, I mean, up where it makes me uncomfortable. Well, since Anadelia's not here, I don't trust giving anybody else this information, and I only came here because I felt it was time. So
Okay.
if I can't get to her tonight, I'm gonna leave. And we're going to Galay! Fuck going to the castle.
Fair. Alright. Well, I need to roll 2 things real quick.
You get jumped while going to Galay. And then you get jumped at Galay.
Going to the castle. I think Anderson really was possessed by Joseph.
Why? Because I said thank you?
No, because you said fuck going to the castle, I'll check on Ariana.
Everything makes me uncomfortable. Mostly because of it's like that exact exchange, encapsulate all of that.
Father A is a gosh darn Ardorian hero.
I'm an illegitimate treasonous bastard!
From the perspective of the common people, Father Anderson has not did anything like improper in service to this nation.
Because I've murdered all of the witnesses.
Exactly.
Mostly because Marcus was the only one that witnessed me kill him.
You know, Marcus held a public ceremony for you guys, like appointing you as knights, and
and I gave him the deepest hug.
Yeah, exactly.
I hugged his insides with a sword.
It's so deep it went through him.
I'm just saying, Celebris and Anderson represent the truest ideals of like ardor.
Arthurian dream.
Yeah, of you can come from anywhere and become a hero.
Perspective, he knows he's actually an asshole.
Yeah, exactly. They don't.
So many people.
They don't know. So it's like they see him and it's just like, oh, it's treason. He saved a magnate. He fought the ghost portal. He fought the ghost ship.
Father A, meanwhile, I killed him. And I technically caused that ghost story.
Alright. So anyways, let's switch over to Marrow and Alma. You are heading northwards to the Calcan office. You are talking on your way there. I will illustrate your path to the Calcan office.
Still there, Jekyll?
I completely forgot I muted myself.
That's why I asked that first, out of character.
Yeah, no, but anyway, Marrow, I would like to continue our conversation about, your decision to share that information with, I want to say Oro, I keep forgetting.
Yes.
Okay, with Oro. And, you know, I have thought about it, and I understand you did what you morally thought was good, and that's not a bad thing. However, I want to impress upon you that your actions do not represent you alone. You represent the knight, you represent the magnate, and you represent your clan. If they cannot trust you, how can they trust the magnate or the knights or other shifters like us? I don't mean, I say this because I'm very worried about you. I say this as a friend. Okay? I don't mean to be degrading you in any way, but I say this as a friend. I really want you to just understand that.
Alma, there's a saying among certain individuals who I once bodyguard, and in my clan I've heard this a few times. Truth is a blade that has multiple edges. You have to there's usually two that people can see. Your side, their side, and then the truth is somewhere in between. But the truth is affected by what else can be there. With that being stated, remember when you told me that if somebody I cared about was in trouble or threatened, that I wouldn't be able to make a rational decision?
Yes, I remember saying that. Is this relevant?
Yes, it is.
So this is why communication's important. Just, yeah, I want to be mad at you, but I really can't.
If I did what I thought was best. As one, Octavia was the first person among this group that I trust. And she has not completely done anything to break it in my eyes, besides giving me warnings for things that I admit I shouldn't have done. In fact, I would argue that sometimes I might trust her a bit more than certain other individuals we have encountered. But that does now, if I did not help her, and if I did things to harm her, she would hurt those. She has told me that she would be willing to hurt those that I cared about. So I felt that risking somebody's political position was more justifiable than risking somebody's life.
Okay. That's a lot to take in.
The reason why I did not mention that to anyone else is because of how much it is to take in. I don't want others to bear burdens that they don't need.
Alright. Well, unfortunately, she can now I'm afraid that she can hold this over you to make you do whatever she wants. So, maybe we need to talk to some of the others and find a solution for this, whether it's to make peace or to... I mean, we are hunting vampires after all.
I know.
Remove the problem.
Here's the problem with that. Despite her threatening, she mentioned only that she would harm people that I cared about. Technically speaking, there are people on that list that she cares about. And at one point she was even on there herself. I'm currently debating on whether or not taking her off that list.
Well, alright.
Feel she could actually somewhat have a use, even if she isn't living anymore.
Alright, well, I hope when the time comes you'll come to me for help as well. But that's all I really wanted to talk about. That is very concerning, though.
What is? The fact that she's still on the list?
No, the fact that she has... I mean, the blackmail... There's a lot of things. It's a lot to take in. The whole thing. We'll just say the whole thing is concerning.
Hold on.
You can read those messages I sent you when you're done. It doesn't change much of what you're discussing.
I mean, I'm done.
Okay. Wolf, I sent you some information from the epilogue of the last thing, just to remind you of some of the things that you were discussing, just because it had been so long.
Okay, yeah.
All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It's just, I did things to her that gave her reasons to not particularly like me. I don't think she would hang this over me in terms of blackmail. For me, I believe she's more so trying to get even with me. Or at least get a verbal warning. She's told me personally she does not wish me ill. So I still trust her.
All right. You guys, while this conversation is happening, you are going to make it back to the Falcon office. And I'm going to roll a die. And it is Giovanni. Pull in the late night duty. Doesn't Giovanni play an instrument? One of these people do. Yeah, I'm going to roll before I even look at his NPC card. You guys walk in on Navano. He is sitting at the hearth of the office. It is Stoat, and he is playing a recorder. The song seems kind of solemn. Yeah, looks at you stepping in. Notices it's Mero and Alma. Stops for 1 second to raise a hand waving, and then puts it back in his mouth and continues.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Giovanna was the one who helped you find Alma's captor's place.
Did you find anything inside of that burning barn after I went?
He is gonna nod and say, yeah, we found some trails. Went into the forests and they casted magic. Probably passed without trace. We're gonna hire some mercenaries in the city tomorrow. See if we can pick up on it in the morning.
About how many tracks?
He shrugs. Let's see. I'm gonna roll Kytrina an investigation die, and she is also going to not have known. He's gonna say, most of the time, my job comes in after Sindel's already found the problem. Sindel wasn't here to assist in the tracking. Katrina and I are both the muscle.
Understandable. What was the song you were playing? Is there anything? Is it just a? Well, what is it to you, more specifically?
Giovanni begins to blush. His cheeks turning a very embarrassed red. It's nothing at all. Just something I heard on the streets of Ardor.
I'm gonna make an insight check.
Then you should.
I guess I'll Oh, here's his sheet.
Giovanni can't lie around with that.
I mean, I'll. He can't beat that. He's not trained in deception. Yeah. You're going to see through his lie. I mean, it doesn't take much. Wherever he picked up that song, it probably isn't the most reputable of places. As you know, the Kalkin deal in every asset of society. They deal with the grimiest of people and the most high off wealthy. So probably came from the other half of his job.
Judging based off a reaction, I'm guessing I can also imply that's a bit personal to him. With that insight?
No, it is not personal.
Okay. I'm not one to judge people from whether from or what they do, as long as they have good reasons. Up to you to just tell me whether or not you want to explain it.
Marrow, roll me a history check for free.
Alright. History. I am not good.
Oma! Actually, roll me a history check with advantage. Or I'll allow you to roll it with religion.
Probably religion, because I'm proficient.
I actually didn't think about this until, like, just,
20 in total.
Alma, you know, you don't recognize, the exact notes of it, but it definitely reminds you of a dirge, which is a type of chant or song played at a funeral. Or mostly at funerals.
Alright.
And you know, you got advantage on that because you're a cleric of the grave. And I forgot you were. Until now.
Yeah, So, do you plan on performing some rituals later, or kinda looking at it?
He's just gonna put up the recorder and say, let's just call that.
Let's just call that what?
Call that. Like, let's stop talking about it.
I'll drop it. I'll drop it for now.
For now. And I thought I wasn't a people person.
Alright. Do you guys want to say anything else to Giovanna? He kicks his feet up on the couch, hands behind his head, as the fire continues to crackle.
Nothing really comes up to mind for me to say to Giovanna. Besides, actually, mind if I stay here for the night?
Giovanna's going to nod and say, spare beds in the bunk room. You know the way.
Yep. Just making sure somebody who actually works here knew I was here. Don't want to wake up with a random blade at my face.
He's
I still want to sleep with a blade.
He's gonna chuckle and say, yeah, Meat or Kaitrina wouldn't do that. Well, maybe Kaitrina. Alright, that's fair. Alright, Alma, do you stay here for the night?
Yeah, I'll stick here.
Okay, and finally we will... Celebris and Duman are led to the room, and Father Anderson goes looking for Galay. I forgot what tavern I put her in, so I'm gonna put her in the city proper. And... oh gosh, it's like on the tip of my mind. I know where it's at, and I know what paper it's on. So, let's look.
Silver Dagger Tavern.
I was just about to say that. I just saw it in the city proper. It's right there! It's right there! Alright, yes, it is the Silver Dagger Tavern.
I actually guessed. That was just in my brain for some reason.
No, it is the Silver Dagger. Alright.
Oh, it was in my brain.
She is going to... well, she even up at this time? No.
I actually don't know exactly how late it is.
It's super late. Galea is sleeping, but, she's gonna have, like, a nice room, here. The Rabble of the Silver Dagger. Let's pull this place up, because it's been a hot second. It's been 2.5 hot seconds. Alright. This place is going to be very active, and let's go to some jolly music. You are able to walk through it, however, and head upstairs. The one of the Lord's rooms that is currently been permanently, not permanently, been continuously rented out by Galay, is going to have a set of elaborate double doors at the end of a hallway. There's no lights on from underneath it, but you are able to knock on it if you want.
Yeah, you know what? Sure. I'm mildly conflicted, but I'm here with a purpose.
Alright. The door is going to open after a moment. It cracks slightly. You see the youthful eyes of Galay peeking from the darkness into the hallway, seeing your face on the torchlight. She closes the door and then opens one of them. Galay is in her night shift. This room does have a hearth in it. The embers and flames inside of it are dying out. She's going to yawn and say, Alexander, what brings you here?
Well, I made you a promise not too long ago. That vampire? Killed Braca?
She's going to nod.
Killed him tonight.
Galay is going to come to a little bit, moving out of her drowsiness, and say, he's dead? Dead? Again? Dead?
Yeah, permanently. I followed that little mist ball right to his little resting place, and I drove my sickle through his heart, and watched him turn into dust.
She's going to step forward and hug you. Yeah, and she's gonna say, damn his soul to the great nothing.
Makes you feel better. He's a vampire. He's just gone now.
She's gonna nod and say, I heard the magnate put a bounty out on him. I tried doing it myself in the factions that I moved in. Nobody was willing to take it.
I'm not sure how I'll collect on it. It's no body.
She's gonna nod and say, I've got a couple thousand gold on my person, but I can sell you, or I can pay you in something far more valuable than that.
You don't have to pay me, Galay.
She's going to nod and say, well, if there's Anything I can do. You've earned a favor from the Shadow. I have the ears of some powerful people inside this town. Not powerful enough to go against a vampire lord of unknown power or of unfathomable power, but powerful in social circles.
I'll let you know if anything comes up. But tonight, I just need to sleep.
She is going to nod. And yeah. Galea is gonna ask, where are you resting at?
I don't know. Normally I find somewhere in the castle. But I don't know if I want to stay in the castle tonight.
He really just bums in the castle.
She'll go to a chest at the foot of her bed. Kneel. You see her ruffle through some things. She comes back with a small pouch of gold and places it in your hand and says, "Get a room here. Food and drink for the night. On me."
Thank you.
Father Anderson can add 15 gold to his inventory.
Yay! I now have, amounts of gold.
Wait, is that the only gold you have?
No.
Okay.
I have 262 before
Hey.
I add that.
15 gold here gets you a lot.
I
Like,
mean, I imagine.
yeah. That's wine, that's a room, that's food, that's even entertainment.
I'm gonna give her one more hug and then tell her to sleep well.
Alright. As you step out of the room, you hear the door locking behind you.
And then I'll go about acquiring a room.
Alright. Okay. Alright, you can get a room here. I'm not going to make you roleplay it out unless you want to. You are able to acquire one for 7 gold. The rest of your 8 gold can be used on luxuries. I think a pitcher... Well, a very nice room is 8 gold. I think a pitcher of wine is like 5 gold coins. And then food, whatever. But yeah, you can pocket the rest. You have a place to sleep for the night.
I was like, I want, the room and maybe breakfast. I'm not hungry. Right now. Father needs to sleep. Daddy needs to sleep.
Alright. Yeah, alright, everybody's in bed for the night. Let us move on to the morning of the 29th of Hunter. And we can close this. It is a happy day in Ardor. Alright, it is the 29th of Hunter. The party is split. At the top of the morning, Anaean, with renewed spell slots, inspects both Celebris and Dumont, detecting magic, and then determining after a lengthy process of questioning that each of them are in their right state of mind and not affected by any charms or enchantments. They are given back their weapons and allowed to roam free inside of the castle. Do you guys want to start with any particular group of the party, or would you guys like me to roll at random?
I mean, you can roll at random.
Yeah, you can
head
roll
to the
at
castle.
Yeah, we're all probably heading to. Meo's gonna head to the castle after he does the thing I sent you.
Oh wait, you sent me some. Oh, I have 6 messages. Let's look at this. Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna do that before he leaves.
Okay.
Putting them all in 2 pouches.
That is fine. And then, okay, I'm actually just going to rule then that everybody is meeting up in the feast hall inside the castle. As Celebris and Dumont are released from their questioning, Father A and the rest of the party show up. Everybody is in the Grand Feast Hall. It is the early morning. Breakfast is being made from the servants' kitchens and distributed out to the knights, guards, and palace staff. Nicer meals are being prepared for the diplomats and their own line of tables.
Once everybody sits at the table, Mero is going to start giving everybody, besides himself, a bag of 340 gold.
Also,
I did the math. I split it up amongst everybody as about as evenly as I could. And I have a feeling, Brandon, you're going to want me to roll a deception check on that, aren't you?
I mean, are you lying? Were you stiffing me, boy?
No,
He's
you
not
don't.
stiffing you.
You don't have to roll a deception check on that. Ardorians aren't known for their math skills. If they want to do the math, they can. You guys know how much money you pulled out of that place.
Yeah, no. He gives each one of
I
you...
am capable of knowing that the math only works if Mero took no gold.
The math actually does work if Mero took a little bit of gold, but Mero took the least amount of gold.
Well, I'm just saying, it's not an even split. I can tell you that off the top of
Oh, I was saying, and that's not really lying. You said as evenly as possible.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
That's really not lying.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I didn't make you roll a deception. You're fine.
Okay, that's fair. But yeah, he said I split it up as evenly as possible this morning. And he's dropping the 340 gold to each of you.
Brandon, is Oro around getting food?
Is Oro here getting food? As far as looking around at who's in the feast hall, I did not roll for Oro. I just did, though, and he steps in through the Grand Vestibule into the feast hall.
Okay.
Oro. Wait, I'm pretty sure Oro has a knight following him. Why does Oro have a knight following him? He did something partially.
extra security after we told Ariana about stuff.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was just like, I know he's being watched. So yeah, Oro and his bodyguard are going to step in. And also in this feast hall, you guys see Anna. She is not eating, she is reading. 2 of her sages are sitting with her.
Who cares?
Oro.
He's gonna look over at you, raise a hand, smile on his face, and start walking over to your table. As he sits down, a servant brings a plate or a bowl and some bread to him. Oro joins your group, and he's gonna say, Teh. Killed. He's gonna say, I slept wonderful. Killed Joseph last night. Octavia's soul is likely free now. His smile's gonna fade and say, why do you have to be like this? Oh, wait, that's the wrong card. But no, he does say that.
Why do you have to be like this? Because I am not a fun person to be around. Quote Father Anderson.
Long story that I'm not really to tell in the morning.
Oro, do you remember what we discussed about
How did
your end
Ariana
now that
sleep?
we killed him?
Also, what Anthony said. I'm sorry I interrupted.
Did Brandon die?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Apparently just didn't hear me. I'll go into Oro. Do you remember your end of the deal?
Oro is going to say, yeah, I'm not giving her a key.
Good. Because if you left to do it, I'd have to kill you.
Oro laughs and says, that'd be a duel.
How did Oriana sleep?
Oro begins blushing, and he's going to say, well... and he's gonna just kind of like change the subject and start dipping his bread into his
Why do you
meal.
have to be like this?
And then he's gonna say, you hear there's some Elonagian diplomats in the country trying to negotiate a ceasefire.
No, I met them. Oro. You know what? I don't care. You answered the question by being a haughty teenager. I'm gonna go talk to Anna.
You did good, kid. I'm glad you called me out on that just to be safe. You did a good job of protecting her.
And he's gonna nod and say, she's my reason, my charge.
Oh, don't give me your bullshit. You're in love with her.
The knight next to him is gonna look over at him. He looks down at his bowl of meal, and he's just going to say, "It's if there was an oath blade or something involved. I mean, of course, I would be lucky to have the magnate's favor, but love, like, that's not something I can do without her approval. Of course, I don't harbor anything like that towards her."
I'm gonna slap him on the back.
I'm sorry, didn't he make her pregnant?
It's the kind of nonsense that caused me to leave this table.
He did, but that's not a fact that's well known. That's an inner circle thing.
Also, you can make babies and not
Alma and the group know that. The knights of the castle don't know that.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of the country don't know that.
Where? If you blurt that out,
That was out of character.
Yeah, I'm gonna just slap Oro on the back and say, just do what you do. I'm sure she'll fall for you soon, kid.
Speaking of oath weapons, I need to find this. What was her name? Hold on. I actually did have it written down. Orsina? Do any of you know a woman by that name?
probably, but I left the table.
Did you
Oro,
even help Meryl with that question anyways, Father A?
Well,
Oro's
sure,
going
probably.
to speak up and say, I heard of her. Runs with the really popular Smith from from up north. Probably dead.
He calls me out for my bullshit.
Why do you think she's dead?
Oro is gonna like wipe his mouth and say, last I checked, the artisan was a keeper. In the blood frenzy of the ghost storm opening up, most of the keepers died. He's gonna look down and say, I'm sorry.
Mero,
Hmm.
there's something I want to talk to you about later. It's about something I heard last.
Okay.
As you guys are sitting there, the other knight is going to speak up and say, I heard of Orancina before. Syl, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't she the daughter of the former warden of Storm's Nest? I thought she left this country and went to Ililnagai. Oro's gonna snap and say, you know what, maybe you're right.
If she's not here, she won't be able to help me with what I need for her.
Oro's gonna say, oh, why? What are you looking for?
He's going to pull out some of the flax fibers that he has from his bag of holding. And so, from what I was told from an individual, for something that I'm planning on making, that she would be a woman that could be exceptionally useful in helping making these flax fibers turn into a very nice string.
The knight's gonna say, well, why don't you just go to a Fletcher?
Because you need magic to be able to turn these things into string.
Oh, you're looking for some of that Ililnagian magic craft and stuff. He looks over at Oro and says, the quartermaster isn't stocked enough with stuff. But if I had me one of the magic weapons, I'd be protecting the magnate too in her quarters. Oro is going to give him a very dry glance and say, my sword is not Ililnagian craft. He shrugs and says, magic's magic.
It's not, but okay.
As one who uses it themselves, both Alma and I can agree our magics, although we might have similar things we can do, are not the same by any means.
There's different methods of achieving magic. Tends to limit what you're actually capable of doing.
Otherwise, I would do it myself.
He's gonna shake his hand and say, I mean, of course you can heal or hurt people with it, but at the end of the day, you're blasting or you're conjuring. I mean, it's not like.
What about?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, what about crossing to the other side?
He's gonna look at his spear and say, well, if
I'm just gonna give a devilish grin.
He's gonna say, well, if that's magic, then I'm a high arcanist myself.
Debating how much I want to fuck with this guy.
At this point, Mero's gonna thinking about it. I need to read up on the spell real quick.
He goes on and states, I mean, magic's not like swordplay. I mean, you don't have to make the decision of if you're piercing armor, or if you're slashing leather, or if you're piercing plate or you're slashing leather. Weapon choices are more intricate. I mean, your spells are like your spells, you know? If I could cast them, I'd be flying around and turning myself invisible whenever. And he shrugs and says, I don't know, that'd be kind of fun. Oro is going to just keep eating. he is going to trail on about this for a little while.
Yeah.
Let's jump over to Father A. For
Like, I envy Father Anderson. He left while it was still good.
I forgot while the getting was good.
All right, Father Anderson.
Hello.
You are going to walk on. You're going to walk up on Anna as she is reading. Her two sages are going to be talking to each other about potential Sagites. They're thinking about sending to towns in the north. Anna is reading a book about linear encryptology. It's out of Father Anderson's field of expertise.
Are you trying to say I'm dumb? I know how to encrypt things in a line.
That's fair.
I mean, it might be out of my area of expertise. Just because I'm a knowledge cleric doesn't mean I know all things.
Yeah, hey, it might be. Alright, she's going to put down the book, and is today a smile day for her? No, it is not. It's a dry day.
Do I help with the mood at all?
I'll roll you a percentage die. I don't know why I put up my percentage dice. There is my D10. Ooh, no. She's, yeah. She's, gonna look up at you and say, Lord Anderson?
Anna?
One of the, sages are going to, look up at you and say, it's High Councilwoman Estelle. She's, gonna hold up a hand. It's fine. She gestures for you to sit at the table with her and her sages.
I sit.
They are going to continue their discussion. She's going to pick back up her book.
This is as exciting as it's gonna get. Sorry, that personable.
Alright, so...
I literally sat here because I was just like, okay, this is getting dumb. I'd rather spend time with Anna. Anna's nice. Even if it's literally just sitting here and, like, drinking soup. I was like, this is nice.
He basically just came here to get away from everyone.
Right.
Now, it's not exactly soup that that's being served out here. Like, at this table it actually have, like, nice meals. But it's... I don't know the name of it, but there's something... It's like a porridge of, like, a bunch of dry wheat and oats. Watered, mixed with a bit of... Yeah, like, essentially. Watered and just... It's...
I feel like we're getting really lost in the semantics.
Yeah.
I'm just, like...
It's basically almost flavorless, like, rations being dished out to, like, the palace staff. And then, you know, a nice meal of, like, sausage and other things being served to the diplomats. But, yes. You're able to do so. What's the party want to do?
She's gonna go off on if the knight's gonna go off on a while, Maro's going to kind of tell Sobus, if you want, I'm willing to listen to what you need to tell me about this now. If you want to step outside.
Anthony, if you responded, your mic is muted.
Yeah, that's fine now.
At this point in the conversation, the knight is talking about a fight he had against a spellcaster back in the day, and it's just like, look, you got your magic fireball, your poisonous fireball, your Your
Alma is like face down on the table.
your radiant fireball, your unholy fireball.
Can you see now how beneficial it is to just sit, even if it's in silence with Anna? Because it's quiet.
Yeah, that's why
I really
Her
feel like
being
I'm being
pretty
the
is
wrong
only a
choice.
plus.
Your lightning fireball, except that one's in a line, but it's still, you know.
I gotta be honest,
Basically.
I'm actually kind of impressed that he knew it was in a line.
I'm impressed as well.
No, it's like, you know,
That's why I
long
love
giving a
that
try to
was not
correct this
expecting
guy.
conversation.
Your fireball filled with summoned creatures. I'm kidding.
Okay, again, he's Marrow is taking Cerberus. So at least
Oh, Rael is probably just like wanting to stab somebody right now.
No, it's just like, listen, if we kill him and throw him out back, I will promise, like, just like it will be quick. It's like,
Alright, Celebris and Marrow are able to step away.
Mhm.
I will actually pause for a second. I have not been able to hear Shelby. Yeah, I just saw you leave and rejoin. I have not been able to hear you since we've been on the next day.
I was just gonna say that asking the knight questions, like prolonging the stories about, well, what about the ice fireball and the
Well, that's the ice fireball, but I mean, it comes out in a cone, but I mean, it's still just, you know, just like fire. It's,
Ayla's casted.
getting up,
code
I just
for
remembered I have something very important I need to do, but have fun with your conversation and just getting the fuck out of there.
it's just.
and Dumont's gonna grab Alma and forcibly sit him down. But I have some questions for you.
Oh lord! Just like single tear. No.
Now, Alma, you be a good boy and sit.
I'm actually debating if I want to jump into the astral plane to get out of it.
Now he's going
Do
to.
I wanna-
He's gonna take his cup, move it forward for Alma, and say, "Hey, make this water blue. I saw a minstrel do it once. You're like one of those magic men, right?"
water blue.
Okay, motherfucker. Let me see what spells I got.
At that, Dumont says, "You know, I heard of a minstrel one time. He made a deal with this demon devil thing, and he could play the viola really, and they actually had a duel between the two of them on who could play the viola better.
Oh my god!
He ended up winning a golden viola. Can you believe that?
Oro is going to look up from his breakfast and say, Lord Dumont, I think he was talking about prestidigitation. And he's gonna snap.
Prestidigitation is quick. He's a witch.
Oh,
Yeah.
at that, Dumont goes, "Oh, well, if that's the case, then he just turns it blue."
Wait! He looks at you, and he looks at Alma, and says, "Which one of you is the magic man?"
I'm going to cast Bestow Curse on him.
Wait,
Oh my god!
really?
Loved curse.
Yeah, I'm just gonna touch him and it's like, here's some magic for you. And the curse I'm choosing is basically like if he fails his wisdom saving throw, he's basically just stuck there, unable to do anything. He needs to make a 16 wisdom saving throw.
A 16? Okay, he's going to use his Indomitable on that. He fails the first one. Rolling.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, well the effect is basically like he's unable to move.
His Indomitable kicks in, and he's able to pass it on the second one.
Wait, what?
He's a
He's a
fighter.
fighter.
Yeah, if he fails a save, he has the option of re-rolling it once.
Okay.
And yeah, he's like the magic's gonna take a hold of him. He's gonna like shiver and say, "Oh, that's some spooky magic. That's like a spooky fireball." Right?
Yeah, that's the kind of magic I do. I don't change
We
colors.
should leave before this turns into a bloodbath.
Yep. I've been
Dumont
trying to
laughs
leave.
because
I thought we already left.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
I was legit. If you do my I hate you.
He was over here eating in silence with Lana.
Okay. Can we go to Celebus and Mara?
Yeah, yes, we can.
Anyway, I've showed you my magic. I have things to do. Goodbye. Getting up.
It's Celebris and Marrow step aside.
Yeah, we've stepped aside for a while now.
Yeah.
So, Marrow,
Mhm.
I don't know if this has any bearing for you, but last night when I came to the keep to report to Ariana about what happened with Joseph, there was another group of adventurers there. And they were talking. When I brought up the fact of killing a vampire, they seemed, well, confused, and then mentioned something about killing a bunch of werewolves up north.
You're going to see Marrow's eyes just widen slightly, and then take a slow breath.
You can roll a history check, Marrow.
I believe no, because Kiro yesterday told him about the contacts up north.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So, you know about that tribe.
I didn't hear any full detail on the incident, and it didn't even cross my mind until I was in my cell for the night. But you being you, I figured it'd be something you'd want to know.
Did they explain why they killed them?
No, it seemed like it was more of a passive statement.
Marrow's gonna kind of grip his fist in a moment and state, "It wasn't my clan, but it was a clan that my friend, that mine, coordinates with."
If I had to, if it holds any bearing, two of the people that were a part of it were part of a group of soldiers, I guess you could say, through the chantry, one of the chantries, known as the Unrepentant. They're not the type to just go out and kill for no reason, so...
Would they kill werewolves just because of what they are?
I don't think so. You're talking about a city who's not against different clan, especially them being very unrepentant. Their god is Umiya. She is one of the more benevolent gods in regards of the Ascended. So if they killed him, that means it was probably either in self-defense or something happened. I don't know.
Now, Marrow, you do know that particular band and circle of werewolves. Your tribe split off from them and didn't keep in well contact with them because they were pretty opposite of your beliefs and philosophies.
My clan actually split off from them a long while ago. There was conflicting interests, beliefs, how we should treat others that aren't like us. They were so much so that it tore us apart, so we split off. But we still kept in contact with them in hopes that possibly we could make some kind of agreement. Find a median, you know? My friend when I talked to my friend of mine while you were trying to get your body back, she mentioned her contacts from that tribe and she was afraid and worried about them. Worried that they would... what had happened to them.
I apologize for the somber news. I figured you would probably want to know.
I don't know what to do. Because a part of me wants to go to Kuro and tell her what happened to them. And explain to her. But I don't want to give her more grave news. I'm tired of seeing someone who I care about deeply lose up when I open my mouth and tell her what has been going on. She's been afraid, Cerberus, and I hate seeing her afraid.
Cerberus is going to not viciously but punch you in the chest, not damaging, but like just tap you on the chest.
Okay.
You're gonna look you dead in the eye, and he's gonna say, "Then get strong. Make it so you can protect her from her fears."
My goal is to learn through druidic magic on how people like me and the rest of my clan can control our lycanthrope, our lycan curse. I have it relatively lucky that I have a lot more control over than others. Although I won't deny I have certain tendencies when I wild shape. But I think I'm getting close to it.
I don't know if the group is still in the city or not, but if you run into him, you can ask him about it yourself.
Thank you. And one last thing, Cerberus.
And what's that?
Eric.
I'm sorry?
My name. My real name is Eric. Eric Estrai. I feel like you've earned it for telling me what you told me.
Well, I appreciate the sentiment. I'll still call you Marrow in mixed company so as not to blow your cover.
Thanks.
So what do you say we go see if Alma is passed out from boredom yet?
Might as well save the other, as you call him, a dog.
All right. Alma has walked away from the table, but we're actually going to jump to Father Anderson. After sitting alone, or not alone, in silence for a couple minutes, Anna is going to look over her book at Anderson eating, and she's going to say, "Did you hear the news about the general?" I don't know if Rob is there.
I didn't realize I was muted. Did I?
Father Anderson's aware that Tristan has the right to appoint a general. You witnessed that at the High Council meeting the day before yesterday.
I'm gonna go with no then.
She is going to say, High Counselor Phylanth, submitted his request last night. I read it this morning. At who he's appointing to fill the General of Winds position.
No? Who did he nominate?
She continues reading and says, Claw Counselor Dardale, Ambassador and Emissary of Nazaram.
Not a bad pick.
Anna nods and says, I agree. However, I would suggest it'd be about time for you to find residence in a new city.
What do you mean by that?
And she says, the Claw Counselor was close with Counselor Seasons. He was one of the biggest supporters and advocates for Nazaram inside the city. She's going to go on and say the apprentice of Counselor Seasons is Lilda Alakan, the one being tried for treason. With General Dardale's new position, she would be an excellent character witness for her. If she gets off, the main suspect becomes you again.
It's fine.
Anna continues reading, saying nothing more. Well, actually, I don't think she would. She's just going to sit there in silence for a few moments. Were you going to say something?
The constellation you pointed out, how long is it going to be in the sky for?
Which one? Jog my memory.
I don't remember.
Let's
It might be in the recap.
see. Let's look in the recap.
It had been from at least 2 sessions ago. An episode, what we had? 9? 7?
Well, if it's, I think it's Printhrux's, because the seasons are changing. So it would be, I can actually look up stars and constellations on the wiki. Astrology. Time and astrology. Let's, look. Yeah, pretty sure it's going to be, Printhrux's the greater, signaling the sun season, and Printhrux's the lesser, signaling the moon season. So Printhrux's the lesser is moving out of the night sphere.
So probably that one,
Yes.
presumably.
Yeah. And she's going to say perhaps another week at the most before it's no longer visible until the moon season. And she's going to add on to that and say the stars would hold quite a wealth of knowledge to share with you at this moment. I think you could use any guidance in this time. I hear the general doesn't have a very high opinion for you or any of the Magnate's Knights. I think the comment she used when I last talked to her was your lot called her a stuck-up bitch.
Oh.
She looks over a book.
You know, I think I know where that came from, and I'll have to go apologize. It wasn't so much us as a former associate, whose opinions we do not share. so I should go and make amends.
Anna is going to nod and say that would be wise. Otherwise, Counselor Phylanth might be organizing a faction powerful enough himself that stands opposite of Anadelia and Ariana.
If Sir Phylanth gets too big for his half plate, I think I can bring him down a peg. But that's unsavory talk for them. I came to sit here to enjoy your company.
She nods and is Anna is going to inhale for a moment and say, Mealy, Zaiseneth, please give us a moment of privacy. They each stand up and leave. Anna is then going to continue and say, the reason Ariana called home the Nazaram soldiers was to give her the edge in the Civil War. If Nibira is on our side, the bulk of the forces join the Royal Army. If Nibira is allied with the North, it becomes a questionable appointment. I know Phylanth's home is in Flamegate. I wonder where his loyalties lie. I'll speak nothing more of this. She raises her book again. Bordering on more treason! Yay!
I'll have a talk with her, mend some fences, see if we can't get her on our side. Though, you must know that I'm not exactly a people person. But I'm probably going to be in Sortmore Villa for the next day. So, I don't know if I can get to that this in the morning.
Anna is going to nod and say, the Royal Army won't arrive in Gwir until the end of this, and into the naval port till the end of this month. Forces like these don't move overnight.
Well, I don't have so much time.
She's going to, well, yeah, you actually don't see her nod, and she's going to say, well, I would like to discuss the health of our nation instead of its foreboding fate from here out.
Agreed.
All right. At any moment, if you engage Anna and talk, she responds pleasantly about about nonsense. The weather's nice, spring's nice, living here is nice. It's such a pleasant place. How does everybody feel about ending there for the night?
It's fine.
All right.
Get a more like point forward for the next session, but I don't know how.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Actually, let's. If everybody finishes up their breakfast, you go and find Alma. I'm assuming Father A is going to go reconvene with the party. And
I have to.
I'll give you guys the last 18 minutes of tonight to find out what you want to do next. The options in front of you. There is a ball on 9th day every week. Going to the ball is likely going to be an RP challenge. if you guys leave the capital this morning, you can get there by this afternoon and, attend the ball. If there are, of course, you guys have information of gathering vampires, or rather something dealing with the Twilight Fang and Gwir. Also, some of your companions, as far as the Kalkin, have headed up towards Gwir to start investigating and setting up the ambush for, or making the conditions for the ambush against the Twilight Fang as favorable as possible. So heading to Gwir would probably lead you to a mystery combat type of situation. And in the city, you are aware that Tristan Phylanth is organizing a third faction that could turn the tide of the Civil War in either case. Staying inside the city would be a RP challenge that could easily lead back and forth towards combat. There are a few people in the city that dislike you guys more than Nivira.
Thanks, JJ.
Yeah. So yeah, those are the three options presented to the party now. And I will let you guys discuss those. There are probably other little things here and there, but they wouldn't have huge. Yeah.
Yeah, what about Celebrus's body?
Yeah, what about Celebrus's body?
When you get
I
that
killed
back?
3 people at least with that sickle.
I actually meant, that's on me, I actually meant to handle that the night he was sleeping. But there's just like so many other things I was juggling, so I promise I will handle that next session. But I want to write it in a way that makes sense and not just like, oh, hey, here's a thing,
Right.
Oh, by the way.
But yes, Celebrus's body will be handled. I honestly meant to handle that as you guys were sleeping.
Okay. Well, do you want to help in Gwir? Is it Gwir?
Yes.
Or Galvin? Okay, Gwir. Do you want to help out in Gwir? Go to the possible ball, which I'm gonna have trouble not looking like a sore thumb there. Or, as Father A recently learned, deal with this new third faction that's internal warfare.
Well, if we head to the ball, we can talk to Anadelia about what happened. And if you're concerned about picking out, we can go talk to your clan about what I told you.
Right.
Well,
I mean,
after Brandon just typed, I no longer feel that comfortable going to the ball because it'll be stressful and not restful. Craziness will happen, and there will be conflict everywhere.
What? I feel like that's the complete opposite of what I just typed.
It is. It's definitely the text version of that thing where you go, what?
Anyway,
It'll be awesome.
So my call is the ball.
I also think we should go to the ball. I think we should give Anadelia this information that we've learned. I would like to see Reyna personally. And it keeps us close to the city.
Didn't we get a note that said something about a package in Gwir? Shouldn't we investigate that instead?
I wanted to give it to Anadelia. I figured she'd be the one most likely to be able to use it. She wasn't at Southbelt because she's in Silmar Villa.
Yeah, but isn't it going to show up? Like,
It's going to show up today.
we go to the-
It's not going to get to Gwir in one day.
Yeah, there's no way for us to get to Gwir before that package shows up.
At the very least, that's partially why I went to Anadelia last. Because I think if anybody could act on that fast enough, it'd be her. That still might be the case, but
Actually,
Rael's gonna say, you went to Anadelia last night?
can I roll a history die to see if I've been to Gwir before?
Sure, go for it. I'll allow it to you as
NPC
a.
Rael. Yes, I did. She wasn't in.
I was gonna say I'll allow it to you for Mero as a percentage die. I think it's gonna make more sense as a percentage die. You are aware of what Gwir is. It is a huge, bustling port city. It would not be someplace Mero would want to go, but you have traveled the roads around and outside of it, as the lowlands are very good hunting grounds.
Okay, so I have traveled around there.
Yeah.
Do I? I actually might be able to get us there. Like, now. I just need a tree.
I mean, I'm fine doing whatever, but I think priority should be, like, finishing off the Twilight Fang.
I can get us to Gwir right now, today. I just need a tree that matches one in Gwir.
I think that has a max range of like 5,000 feet or something. Maybe it was 100. God, like what was tree stat again? Someone look up tree stat again.
Let me just post a spell for you because I currently have that prepared.
Well, yeah, but like it has a limited distance. You can't go across the world with that.
Kind within 500 feet.
Yeah, so
it's going to be a lot further than 500 feet.
Yeah, that's more for short distance travel. That's not really. We need to be on the other side of the continent travel. Well, okay, it's not that far, but you know.
I mean, the bodyguard passing by is Oral's bodyguard is gonna say, "Oh, that's magic. That's tree teleport." It basically works just like tree fire. No, I'm kidding.
Go away! Official night business that does not concern you.
Night.
He's almost honorary. He earned it. Yeah. It is very difficult to get to Gwir in one day.
Oh.
So I think we should go to the ball. It'll be fun and relaxing and a chance to rest from all the craziness that's happened.
I can tell from the sound of your voice you don't really believe that.
That's the character, right?
I don't. Do you need to dress up with a ball like this?
Well, I'm already set to go.
I don't have anything besides this.
I'm already wearing like a fancy suit and all. Great.
I could just be a dog for most of the time. Wouldn't
Like
be-
an actual, like wild shape into an actual dog.
Wouldn't be too much difference to all of you now, would it? Only I can't talk as much.
Oh my god, Mero, you actually have a sense of humor.
Alright, so So the vote, I think, as it stands, it's 2 for Gwir, or 3 for Gwir, and 2 for the ball, and then JV, as Rael, would be the make or break vote.
Well, if we can't get, Dumont would just said that we can't make it to
Yeah, if we can't make it
to catch that package, we should spend ourselves someplace else. Like the ball might be good to get information.
Mhm.
So we want to do ball?
Sounds like it.
Alright.
Alright, so, The party will either be borrowing livestock or heading on foot. If you head on foot, you'll get there by nightfall. If you ride horses, you'll get there by the afternoon. Either or.
Can we just like hire a carriage or something?
Yeah, you can. And that would work too. I'll look it up next session of the carriage per by mile. It's not terribly expensive. But yeah. And next session will be from the beautiful, luxurious town of Somar Villa, where every Ardorian is a supermodel. And
This is basically like Ilderon Fantasy or Beverly Hills.
yeah, actually, that's what Somar Villa is. It's the Hollywood of the capital. Like, if you think of Ardor as like LA, like Somar Villa is the Beverly Hills. Like, it's the little offshoot of Ardor. Oh, whoops. Okay. All right. So, let's see. Experience for tonight. Campaign story of Nyvera Dardel was the appointee for Tristan. Well, no, you guys killed Joseph. I was going to say you learned Ariana is sleeping peacefully, but you knew that.
We
I
killed
said
the problem.
confirmation, but yeah.
Did anything else happen tonight?
They told
Mero?
Blay that Joseph's dead.
Oh yeah, I'll give you personal story progression on that.
If personal story progression for Mero in terms of
We learned Group A murdered Peasley.
yeah,
I'll give you minor experience for that. Oh, poor Peasley.
and also technically Celebris, not really minor experience, but Celebris at least got to learn Mero's real name.
Yeah. Alright, I'm going to give you guys 3,750 experience tonight, and I'm going to give inspiration to Celebris and Alma. Wait, I think I gave inspiration to Celebris and Alma last time.
I already have inspiration in V. I have legit gotten like inspiration the last 4 sessions. Let's give it to someone else.
Did anybody else earn it?
Did I do anything to get it?
I felt the roleplay you had with Mero walking back from the Calkin office was like very well. Just like, look, I understand why you did it. Sorry for chastising you, but
Well, I mean, like, I'm chastising you because, like, you know, it is an important thing.
Well, and that was something that.
But I'm not doing it to be like, you stupid mutt. I'm doing it because this could be a legitimate problem, and I don't want bad things to happen to us.
Here we go. No inspiration this session. An additional 750 experience for very good roleplay all around.
Okay, we
All I
definitely
did
leveled
was
up now,
growl
right?
at people and eat oatmeal with Anna.
You had a good quote, and the servants were just like, we stand behind you and like stand somewhere else.
Like, stand somewhere with better footing.
I didn't have solid one-liners. Like my, you know what? Never mind. You answered my question by being a haughty teenager.
Stand somewhere else. Stand somewhere else with a better foundation, is what you said.
Yeah. But yeah, so tonight the total experience is going to be 4,500. And your next session is going to be on the 19th.
Alright, guys. Night.
Alright. Everybody enjoy your session. Enjoy your session. Alright, I'm glad everybody showed up for D&D. Let's get ready to play. We have to go for another 3.5 hours now. I'm kidding.
Yay!